Alright, this is going to be the physical section of the collection update. I have 3 CDs and 4 vinyl records. You know, I don't fool with cassette tapes. I really don't. Cassette tapes were cool, like, in 1993. But, I mean, come on. Get a disc. And vinyl, for me, is just for the collector in me. I like to have large artwork, and the covers are always cool. CD is obviously the best sound quality. So, Let's get started here. This is My Dying Bride with their Trinity compilation. This was first released in 1995. I believe this is the Peaceville reissue from 2001, and it has material, their early material from like 1991, 92, 93. It's a compilation of 3 different EPs that they put out way back in the day, and it also has a single on there. I love this early My Dying Bride material. It's very gothic, and especially in the early 90s, they were very influenced by death metal. I mean, it's doom, but back then it was death doom. So a lot of really edgy, thrashy death metal going on. Aaron Stainthorpe used his death growl vocals really good here. They would later use clean vocals and singing and harmonizing and stuff, but this is their early brutal material. So, My Dying Bride from the United Kingdom. Highly recommend the Trinity compilation. This is a cat from 2010. No, I'm kidding. Okay, moving along here. Okay, this is a Funeral with In Fields of Pestilent Grief. This is by far my favorite Funeral album. It is really good stylistic doom metal. And the cool thing about this record is it's all female vocals. They have, can you believe that? A female. They let a motherfucking woman sing on this. No, I'm kidding. I love it. I think the beautiful female singing is awesome. And also, I really like this reissue because it is a 6-panel digipack, just the way I like it, with the disc in the middle, opening up this way. This is the way I did my first album, and this is the way most of the early Burzum records are pressed. I really like this format. So, they did a great job. But no, it's a classic Beauty and the Beast type stuff. The brutality of the drumming and the guitars juxtaposed with the beautiful operatic woman singing. It's really moving to me. I like it a lot. And I can actually make out most of what she's saying. She enunciates really well. So, yeah. Funeral with In Fields of Pestilent Grief. Alright? Next, excuse the glare. That's a little, well, yeah, there we go. Okay, this is none other than Typo Negative with a release called The Origin of the Feces. They were always very humorous, dark humor going along with their material. So, The Origin of the Feces. They're talking about a butthole. Maybe Peter Steele thought that was funny. I don't know. It's obviously a play on Charles Darwin, The Origin of the Species, classic literature, scientific document. But this is a very, very interesting release because it is claimed they wanted it to be like a live record. The only thing is, it was not recorded in front of an audience. They recorded it live in the studio, so I guess it is live in that sense, but they put a special track in post-production to make it sound like it was live, with audience booing them and a bunch of stage banter and stuff. But it actually was not a live show with other people there. They put like an audience laugh track to it to make it sound like it was live. Which, I don't know any other record that someone has done that, to try to make it sound like it was live. That's a pretty interesting idea. And they played some classic songs on here from their very first record. This was released in 1992, before oh fuck, what is it? This is actually before Bloody Kisses, their breakout album. So, everybody should know Typo Negative, but The Origin of the Feces is a release that I feel a lot of times goes overlooked because it is not a proper studio album. It's kind of a different style release. It's a fake live. So a lot of people probably don't have this one. But I love it. I think it sounds great. When I listen to it, I just pretend like the audience is real. Because it's more fun that way. Alright. On to the vinyl records. Okay. Check out that artwork. That's pretty sick. Alright. This is Iron Butterfly with Inagata Devita. This record came out in, when was this? This was early psychedelic rock. This is 1968. The A side of the record is just kind of like soft rock, classic rock type. There's 5 songs on there. But the reason why I bought this, of course, is for the title track, Inagata Devita. It occupies the entire B-side. It's like almost 18 minutes long. And it's just an extended jam with several different sections, a very long drum solo in there, awesome organ sounds, keyboard, a killer riff, and just tremendous songwriting on the B-side of this. I think it was very ambitious for a group to release something like this, because In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida, like I said, it's almost 18 minutes long. So it cannot be a single. It can't be played on the radio because it's simply too long. But it's jamming. Anybody who knows anything about classic rock has heard and also loves In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida. Iron Butterfly. Alright. This is my man Alice Cooper with Killer from 1971. This is a really cool record. To me, this is classic rock, classic shock rock. It has Under My Wheels and Dead Babies and Be My Lover and what else? Halo of Flies. So I don't know. There's something about 70s Alice Cooper. I just can't get enough of it. Years ago, I discovered his old 70s stuff again, and I'm like, you know what? This is not lame. This is really, really good. So I recommend you check out Killer, and of course, Billion Dollar Babies. That's my favorite Alice Cooper record. I have that on vinyl as well. Okay, now these next two are the Weed albums. Okay, very, very ganja marijuana smoke. Okay, you know, I don't do drugs anymore, but when I did, marijuana was my drug of choice, absolutely. So, you know, I'm going to get into some reggae. And recently I've been getting into a lot of non-Bob Marley reggae. Because when you say reggae, the first thing that comes to anyone's mind is, oh, Bob Marley, Bob Marley, Bob Marley. And it's like, well, you know what, folks? There are other reggae artists that are really, really good other than Bob Marley. I mean, when it comes to reggae, you don't have to listen to Bob Marley. You have dozens of other choices. So, this is Peter Tosh with Legalize It. I wonder what that's about. And you see, he is kind of crouching in the middle of a weed farm, smoking a pipe there. Kind of a cool pipe. But I mean, just look at that. That is not like I really don't think that that was planted or cultivated the way a lot of people do. That is natural. They just went to an area of rural Jamaica where a whole bunch of marijuana was growing, and they're like, you know what? I'm going to take the cover photo right next to all this marijuana. And I don't know, I like it a lot. I think it was very bold for 1976. And I mean, honestly, Legalize It is as good as any Bob Marley record. I think that the songs on here are just top-notch reggae. I really like it. It is jamming. Alright, y'all. One more. This is another Weed album. Take a look at this. This is Culture with International Herb. And you can see Joseph is sitting there next to a big old weed bush, and he's got his buddies there. Every one of them has a joint, and I really don't think that was planted either. That's just a natural weed bush that was growing like on the street, and they're like, you know what, let's just take a picture with this weed. And so International Herb is my favorite Culture album. The title track, of course, and it's just really, really good. I dig his vocals, and the band is great. Joseph Hill passed away. I didn't know this, but I recently found out that the frontman of Culture has passed away. So we lost another great legend. Yeah. This is Culture with International Herb. Oh yeah. So, you probably thought it was over. But actually, I got some more. Physical. Okay, so this is 2 more CDs that I have recently bought. This one is Marduk from Sweden with World Funeral, Jaws of Hell, 2003. This is a live album, and they did a tour in 2003 for the World Funeral album. I don't know, it doesn't specify exactly where this is. It might be a compilation of various venues that they played, but the sound quality is pretty decent. I mean, you know, it's not the greatest, but it is good, acceptable quality. You can really get into it. After 3 or 4 songs, you don't notice the quality. It just, I mean, you feel like you're in the concert. And Legion is really a fantastic vocalist. The drumming is outstanding. I mean, this is really, really fast, brutal stuff. I love Legion on vocals. He's my favorite Marduk vocalist. He's no longer, now they have Mortis, but this is, and this is a 2021 release. They call it an official bootleg, and that's kind of an oxymoron because I thought bootlegs were kind of non-official, but whatever. I mean, it's a great album. Okay, this is Nurse with Wound with Bar Maldoror. This is a very strange release. It is not technically music. It's just a bunch of strange sounds that, if you know anything about Nurse with Wound, they're not actually musicians. They're just recording a bunch of strange sounds. And it makes for an interesting experience to listen to it. Again, this is live, and this is actually a double album. There are 2 CDs. The first one is Bar Moldoror, the original release, I believe, from pretty early. I mean, it was first released in like 1992, and it's a compilation of live performances. The second disc, which is currently in my CD player, is much more recent. Well, now, I mean, it's 2007 from live performances in 2007. So I opted to get this version of it because it had the original live album plus the 2007 live material, and I'm not disappointed with it. There's some weird vocals going on, unusual sounds, like there's a little bit of drumming, but no guitars that I can tell. It's just industrial noise and atmospheric soundscapes that Nurse with Wound produces. Okay, I don't know what I'm gonna do next, but it's gonna be something. Okay, so whatever. I just wanted to show you this real quick. This is the box that they sent to me from Nashville, Tennessee. These are copies of the very first Nethracedicon full-length album. Professionally printed on full-color 6-panel digipacks. This is Neuron Collage, the debut album. There are 7 tracks on here, but it plays just under 40 minutes. I think it's like 38 minutes and some odd seconds. But it's very high quality. It was mastered in Oregon by Crazy Daisy Productions, and I really like this album because it's very true to what I was playing back so many years ago. So these are currently on sale on Nethracedicon.com. I believe the CDs are $8.99, and I believe that's a fair asking price for the work and effort that I put into it. I will soon put these copies on Bandcamp for sale at the same price, $8.99. So yeah, Neuron Collage, Nethracedicon debut album. I also have just on a whim really thought about pressing my second album, Indiglo Skeleton, on CD in a very similar format. I think I'm going to have it on 6-panel digipack, just like Neuron Collage, and it's going to include the full-length album plus multiple bonus tracks. So that may be coming here in the next month or so, as soon as I get paid and I have the means to do it, I think I'm going to press my second album on CD digipack as well. So be looking out for that. I like physical copies. I know that some people might think, oh, dude, you're wasting your money because everything is going digital now. People just download and stream. But for the collectors, you know, if you want a physical CD of Nethracedicon music, you are going to be able to get that very soon. More updates on that soon, okay?